The reception to my last video on a giant Mario Kart World Map was incredible, and I want to say thanks to everyone who watched, commented, and enjoyed it. With that being said, there were a lot of comments that suggested new ideas and asked common questions. So, a follow-up video is in order. This one will definitely be less organized than the last video, with a lot of this being something I'm doing in real time. Adding things, rearranging things, all of this is just happening in the moment. The main point of this video is to see what we can change, what we can add, and how many comments I can address. Like the last time, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, feel free to comment, and consider subscribing. With all that out of the way, let's ride. Okay, so let's go over, I'm gonna go over most of the comments on my video, but I think the first thing that needs to be done is that this thing needs to be expanded even further. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide the background because we're gonna be seeing a lot of changes. So, canvas size, we're gonna make this thing, let's just start 30 by 30 because, well, one of the biggest things that was commented was, well, some of the battle tracks. So alt background, whoops, no, whatever. Just gonna fill that in. So now we'll have even more space to work with. So, another thing, I'm probably gonna have to redo these rainbow stars and all that. So I'm gonna hide all the rainbow things because it's all messed up like this. Okay, so let me start going through comments to see. Okay, so one thing that somebody mentioned was the rainbow stars leading to different parts of rainbow roads, or different rainbow roads, which I think is a phenomenal idea. So I think that's a pretty easy thing to start with. So let's get the rainbow roads up. Connecting roads, stars, starting. What is it? No, that's not the lap. Oh, damn. Okay, let's turn off the track maps for a little bit. Connecting roads. Okay, where's oh, there it is. That's also going to need to be altered. Okay, so I think it is a great idea to connect some of the stars more to different parts. So the Mario Circuit star will lead to the center. I think that's pretty easy, but other ones can definitely lead elsewhere. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to create a little template of a star to work with. And I'll do it right here. No, wait, no, I'm gonna make a new layer for this. More stars, so simple little messy star here. Yeah, so this is definitely going to be a bit of a different video idea because I'm like literally doing this, like I'm recording me doing this. So we're just going to edit, retransform, make this a little bit bigger. So I think what I want to do is we're going to put several stars across the rainbow roads. I think one of them should 100%, I want them to try to lead to these tracks as they are. So this will probably be the northern star. Ooh. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Where the heck are the connecting roads for these rainbow roads? Oh, that's... Oh, I must have deleted them. Oh well. Okay, so what I'm gonna do... This needs to be way bigger. I think it was like, what, 25? Oh, even bigger than that. 35? 50? Yeah, that looks about right. So... I think I should probably just keep this open. Alright. So... Yeah. This is largely going to stay the same. So we'll have a Rainbow Road connecting, or a Rainbow Star connecting to SNES Rainbow Road at the very least. All of these are like 100% straight too, so that makes it a little easier. I'm gonna have to reconnect all of this. And then what I'll start doing is we'll connect all of the some rainbow stars to other parts of the maps. I don't know why I'm doing this part first. Okay. Rainbow stars. A little bit messy view. I apologize. I hope you guys don't mind that this is a bit of a different style video. Alright, so... This one, I think we'll put one here. This will likely be the jungle one. And it'll connect to this portion. So it'll allow easier travel specifically to N64, GameCube, and GBA. I think that's a reasonable point. Mainly because, like, yeah, we want to have them, like, close by, but I don't think it's wholeheartedly necessary to have a star lead to each individual one. I think what we, at the bare minimum, need is at least one connecting to a grouped area. So, yeah, as I mentioned, this one will be where the circuit one leads. This one will be where the northern area leads. And then this one will connect to the jungle. So the Rainbow Roads will be able to connect to other tracks. This also helps greatly with the idea that you can actually travel from the main map up to a Rainbow Road. Because unlike Mario Kart World, none of the Rainbow Roads were, or Rainbow Road was not connected to the world itself, which meant that you couldn't race from anywhere other than Peach Stadium up to Rainbow Road. So we aim to change that. Mostly just going over this so that I have something to look at else otherwise. Let's see. It's probably gonna look really ugly without the because like this is kind of a quickie deal. Another quick, oh, well, we're gonna make this change when I address the next, one of the next comments, but we're gonna be adding another track to this in particular area as well. I think that actually might be it. Oops. Yeah, okay, that's good. Oh, right, we need one more connecting here. Yeah, good enough. I'll probably try to fix this as I go. Okay. So, we'll have this rainbow star here. Oh, right, that's my connecting rows. My other connecting rows. This will lead right here. It'll be able to go to GBA Rainbow Road, GCN Rainbow Road, and N64 Rainbow Road. We will have
a star right. Let's see, where do we want to put this one? I would say right here would be good. It's capable of getting you straight to 3DS, Rainbow Road, DS, and Wii. So let's go ahead and do a small connecting point here. And then we'll put one more here. That's quite a few. I don't know. I'll have to double check how many we have on the map, but this one will be an easy connecting point to Remix and we use Rainbow Road. I have a hunch that we'll probably need a few more, but we'll see about that. This one actually, we'll see about this one, but I have an idea, like a slight idea of something. You know what? It will be interesting, but you know what? Okay, let's start one thing at a time. We're gonna, that's, ooh, you know what? We're just gonna merge all of these layers together. For now, I'll fix this a little later. So that's good. I've messed up everything. Oh well, you know what? We'll fix all that later. In any case, yeah. The first thing we'll address is the fact that people want to see, or at least some people have mentioned, how the Rainbow Roads should have a few more connecting points. So now that that's all good, we're gonna hide that for a little while. And then we're just gonna get the, oops, hey. Oh, those must have been the other, those were the other stars. Connecting roads. No, not the background just yet. Track maps, there we go. So we're gonna move back to here. I also started labeling them, but oh my goodness, it's gonna be impossible to see all the names with the font size I have to do. Like, if I wanted to really label everything, I'd have to redo this whole thing, and I don't think I'm ready for that just yet. Okay. So, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 stars by the looks of it. And I think I made like 4 or 5, somewhere around there. Okay. Yeah, there was another one saying about the Rainbow Roads being connecting points. All of the Mario Kart... here, I'm just gonna read out the comments. SFK196 mentions, idea, put all Mario Kart tracks into real-life world map, which would be made a bit smaller and a bit more compact, but obviously city tracks would be clear and the rest would be interesting to look at. That's a bit of an ambitious idea. I'm not looking to rearrange a whole lot. Like, I don't really want to do all of this from the ground up again. We're just looking to make some alterations. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of people have mentioned labeling the tracks, so I've been trying to do that, but it's going to be very hard. The text is going to be small. Oh, you know what? A big one, at least a few people mentioned, is that Tick-Tock clock should be relocated up to where London Loop is to make a reference to Big Ben, which I think is a phenomenal idea. So what we're going to do is I am going to, yeah, this is the layer we need. I'm going to quickly erase this connecting road. There we go. What we're gonna do is we're going to move London Loop a little bit so that we can make room for this. So, track maps. London Loop is going to be located a little bit further out. It's going to be a crazy, crazy little experiment here. But we're going to scroll down here to Tick-Tock clock. Try not to get anything else in the way. And we're going to move Tick-Tock clock up here. Now, it is going to be a bit of an awkward fit because this has got to be a bigger track. And I do want it located close to this area of London Loop because I believe this is where Big Ben was. So, retransform this a little bit. We're going to make Tick-Tock clock slightly smaller. And I'm thinking we're going to rotate it 90 degrees so that it fits in right here. And it'll be located right near London Loop. We'll start moving London Loop a little bit more. So, now what we can do is we're going to go right back to the connecting roads and we're going to start making some alterations here. So the first things first, this needs to be significantly smaller. I think this was like 25. Nope, smaller than that. Let's try 20. Might need to be a little bit smaller. Let's go 15. Yeah, that looks good. If my voice volume shifts, that's because I get closer, a little bit closer to my monitor or my mic. So I think what we need to do is we do need to alter these roads a little bit. So let's just erase that. Let's erase this. Let's erase this. So, boom, boom. Please stop that. I meant to hit that. There we go. Okay. So, new connecting point. Get our gray color here. Back to our brush. Connecting roads. So, Tick-Tock clock is going to be able to lead up to or down to Sky Garden, but at a different angle. It's going to go right here, meaning that from Sky Garden, one full section will be from the start all the way to here. This will be one section. Then going from the Tick-Tock clock all the way to the finish line will be another section. And then one full lap of Tick-Tock clock will be the final section. It's a bit messy, but I think that's the way to do it because it is a bit of a stretch. I would say that in reverse, Great Question Block Ruins could also go to Tick-Tock clock doing the same thing. So it would start in reverse, go all the way here is lap one all the way to the finish line is lap 2, might be a short section, and then lap 3 will be the whole thing. And of course, if I'm correct, this is the so this is the park area. So we're gonna create, I kind of want, I probably should have, okay, so like the starting lines are a little too, so I think London Loop will start in reverse, and we'll create a small, awkward looking, maybe not like that, like this. It's a little bit of a weird one. Because I do want it to go in the right direction. Let's try it again. So we're going to do it from here. So what you'll do is you'll start London Loop in reverse and then take this crooked little path up to Tick-Tock clock. It's a little bit weird because, again, it has to be a very, very big space to house this track. Especially in comparison to London Loop here. So what we're going to do is we're also going to make London Loop a little bit bigger. Free transform. Yeah, let's try that. We'll put London Loop right here. That seems to be okay. Then what we'll do is, if I'm correct, where's the starting line for Wario Coliseum? That's what I would like to quickly look up. Because that's gonna be another big one. I would like London Loop to connect to Wario's Coliseum, but the question is, where does it start? Course map. That's not helping me. Ah, here we are. Okay. So it starts in and around this area. And it goes, if I'm correct, it goes this way. So, what we'll have to do is this. I would like to, okay, so we're gonna connect this back here, but we're also gonna create connecting road here. It actually might be worth, so like that, so it kind of can go around Tick-Tock clock. And it's gonna connect here. So that way, London Loop can start going here, then go right to, so one section would be all the way to the starting line, and then Wario Coliseum would effectively be 2 laps, much like in GameCube. Similarly, I would also like to have a connecting route from Neo Bowser City to these areas. So, what I'm thinking is that Neo Bowser City can start here, do a basic full, do up to here, and then it would do a right-hand turn? Yeah, a right-hand turn from here all the way. It would go up to this connecting road. So that Neo Bowser City can either connect to Tick-Tock clock, or it can go to London Loop. Again, bit messy on the changes, but I think this is a good spot. I will alter the background as necessary. That being said, now what we need to do is we need to alter this area a little bit to accommodate for the changes. And what I'm thinking is to make this a little bit... Let's change this up a bit. So what I think we'll do is we're gonna move Toad's Turnpike down to where Tick-Tock clock was. Whoops, wrong section. Track maps. Okay. What I think we can do is we're gonna put Toad's Turnpike here. And I'm gonna quickly erase all of these connecting roads. Whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna erase these connecting roads. I keep hitting the wrong spot. Oh, I'm in the wrong layer again. Connecting roads, so we're gonna erase all of those. I'm gonna quickly erase these. And I think what I'll do is, once again, I'll just do a quick relocation. Move Toad's Turnpike. Whoops. Man. Okay, we're gonna move Toad's Turnpike right here. I still want to keep this. See, Toad's Turnpike's starting area in the original N64 version is a perfect connecting route to other places. So what I'm gonna do, actually I'm gonna do one more quick thing, is we're gonna erase this. And we're gonna make something a little different out of this. So this connecting route will lead straight to the starting area, whilst also creating... Let's actually do this in a different direction. Right there. So, Toad's Turnpike can go backwards to connect to Waluigi Pinball. A little easier. This one's probably important for something like Mushroom Bridge, so we're going to keep that. Then, what we're going to do is that New York... Oh, no, hold on. Before we do that, what we're going to actually do instead is we're going to relocate Mushroom City to the more center area. So, if I'm correct, I believe... Edit, retransform. We're going to rotate it 90 degrees so that it's once again facing its correct position. We're going to put Mushroom City right here, which also means we're going to need to erase these other connecting roads. So we're going to take out this one. I'm once again on the wrong layer. We're going to take out this. We're going to take out this. Somehow that connected perfectly. I'm going to take out that. And we're going to alter that one. Okay, so we're basically kind of doing a big redo of this city. Kinda. Once again, I'm just gonna... I feel like I should, Okay, first off, I'm gonna just delete those. Oh, is it because it's not... Oh, it's because it's in the, Okay, right. Alright, so... Let's just delete those so I can not have as much in between. Track maps. Oh my goodness. I am... Photoshop, I'm still very messy with. Oops. Redo delete layer. Track maps. Highlight this. Alright, there we go. So we're gonna put Mushroom City right here. It's a bit big, yeah, but I need this space, and you'll see why later. Alright. Now let's get back to the connecting roads. So, these dead-end sections of Mushroom City I still want to make use of. This one is going to connect itself all the way up to Shroom Ridge, where it'll be a reverse, it'll drive Shroom Ridge in reverse. This is all the city area of Moonview Highway, so I think... what we'll do is we'll create a branching point from this part of the city to Moonview Highway. It's a bit weird and awkward, but what we'll do is that section 1 of this will take... At least I'm like... Yeah, this is the right direction. So it'll take a left-hand turn from this section all the way to here, where it'll start going into Moonview Highway. This will be lap 1, and then it'll do 2 laps of Moonview Highway. What else we need to do is that this tunneled area right here, this is going to lead to Super Bell Subway. Now, if I'm correct, this should be the starting area, and it goes like this. Yeah, I believe that's the case. So this works. So it goes into it'll go underground into Super Bell Subway. Super Bell Subways, I guess we could also make like some kind of underground complex of train systems that lead to other places. But let's just kind of start here for now. What I want is that this part of Toad's Turnpike is going to lead into this tunneled area of Mushroom City, while another connecting highway will lead into Crown City. first things first, I think another thing we have to do is that just before this tunnel, we're going to connect to Crown City. And I think, yeah, reverse, and then another highway will lead to this part of Crown City. I know this is a little bit of a mess because if I'm correct, this is supposed to lead to the suspension bridge, but we don't really have that here, which is a little awkward. I can also do this line a little better. Yeah. New York Minute. I think we'll create another highway exit right here. That'll lead up to here. And I want to restore this part. So this is a tunnel area of New York Minute 3, if I'm correct. So it'll have an open. This will be, I think, a little bit more open instead of like leading to a park. Like this will still be like a underground parking garage, but it'll cut off a little bit more into a road or a highway road. This, on the other hand, will once again be an alternative underground entrance that'll go out. It's all underground, so this is completely under New York Minute. And it'll go right here to this, another open area leading to Super Bell Subway. Okay. For now, we're gonna leave this because another big thing, this one I think was arguably the biggest idea. I don't know how many people had it, but 100% this was a big idea that someone had, and that is how would we fix in the battle tracks. And that's where things get a little tricky because it might involve a lot of rearranging. So that's where this open area comes in. I'm gonna quickly, I think you could probably see this, and I'm probably going to maybe try to blur some of this out because I don't really think people need to see my folders. So this open area within the cities is where I wanted to put Battle Stadium from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So because it's based in primarily around Mario Kart Stadium, I think Battle Stadium would do well right here on the outskirts so that Mario Kart Stadium can connect to it. Now, I understand that I recolored all the maps. I went over them and I painted them, but I'm not going to do that just yet with the battle tracks. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to start putting them on the map. So I think I also just want to make it a little bit smaller. So we're going to put Battle Stadium right here. And a quick zoom in. We, of course, need to make sure that these can connect to places. So, let's see how we're going to make this work. These can act as good roads. So, if we wanted to get from Mushroom City to Mario Kart Stadium, I think the best thing we can do is create another connecting road here that will lead. Let's say it. Actually, no. What we can do actually is we can travel down this road and create another road that just connects to here, and then we'll use this road, and it'll go right to the center of Battle Stadium, travel across the O section to the other side, where another connecting road will lead up to Mario Kart Stadium. It'll start in this area, so this, let's see, from here all the way to here will be one section. Then from here to here will be another section, and then the final lap will be one last lap of Mario Kart Stadium. That's how we're going to connect Battle Stadium into this. It'll start going right down the middle road of the anti-gravity section, and it'll lead right into Mario Kart Stadium. So That's how we're gonna add this in. What alternatively, well, actually no, because this is a battle track, we're gonna leave it alone. Another thing I wanted to mention about the battle tracks is that for the time being, I'm going to exclude Mario Kart World's battle tracks, mostly because they take place in other parts of tracks, with the exception of Chain Chomp Desert and Big Donut. Big Donut we're already going to be covering. And I'm going to be honest, Chain Chomp Desert effectively feels like just a reskin of Thwomp Desert, so we're going to work with Thwomp Desert instead. Alright. So, adding battle maps is going to be tricky because that's a lot of things to add. So, what I think we could work with, another relatively easy one. Once again, I'm going to block all of this off. Where is it? GameCube. GameCube's Tilt-A-Cart. Tilt-A-Cart's another relatively easy one. I want to shoot another comment here. Someone mentioned, let's see, where are they? Where is this idea? Yep, there's someone, Matthew H-N3M mentioned something super smart would be to put Tick-Tock clock right next to London Loop to reference Big Ben. I know someone else has said that, but that we took care of. Let's see. Aha, here it is. Peach Blossom Cookie Fan. It feels weird to not have Music Park in space, but it does make sense as if it were, it would be considered on the same level as Rainbow Road. This is why I think instead of being in the entertainment zone, it should be in a high elevation area. So that's a good idea. But I think I feel like there's another thing that someone mentioned in that like some of this entertainment zone maybe could be higher up in the air. I feel like there was another person who mentioned this. But I think we're going to roll with that. So, let's say... dang it. That does kind of... You know what? Okay. We're going to do some more rearranging. So we're just going to leave Tilt-A-Cart here for a quick second while I go back to the track maps. So, what I think we're going to do is we are going to swap Waluigi Pinball with Coconut Mall. So that Coconut Mall is located on the ground, while Music Park, Electrodrome, and Waluigi Pinball are going to be located higher above the area, so that it's kind of like a it's like not quite as high as Rainbow Road, but a little bit lower than the Rainbow Roads. It's higher than the world map, but lower than the Rainbow Roads. Electrodrome can stay there because we're gonna say that there's a whole bunch of buildings here. That way we can kind of more or less connect it to Singapore Speedway. Singapore Speedway's connecting road here is gonna start going upward. That'll lead to these other areas. So, we're going to Coconut Mall over here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to rotate it a little bit. We're also going to delete these connecting roads once again. And we're going to put it right here. Whereas Waluigi Pinball, we are going to highlight that. And we're going to put it... I'm going to... make it completely 90 degree. And we're gonna put it, I would say right here. I think actually what would be a great idea is that we'll put it here. We're going to unhighlight it. We're gonna go down to the connecting roads. We're going to erase this, and we're going to start erasing this. Whoops, hit the wrong spot again. that. And what we're gonna do is we're going to put Tilt-A-Cart right here. That being said, I can probably stand to erase a little whoops. We can probably stand to erase more of this so that we can make room. Whoops, I missed it again. Because it's so small. All right. Once again, I'm messing up. We're gonna make it slightly smaller, but it's a big platform. This will make it very easy to connect to different places. So, let's see. Electrodrome can, let's see. Music part starts up here, so if it goes in reverse, or better yet, starts in the forward direction, and just after the large piano, we'll create a road that leads up to Tilt-A-Cart. It's big, but we'll block off areas based on where it's going. Tilt-A-Cart will have a road, an easy road that leads straight to Waluigi Pinball, and a road that'll lead to the ending area of Electrodrome. So it'll weave through some of the buildings to lead there. On top of that, if you wanted to get up to Music Park, can now also formally connect all the way up to Toad's Turnpike. So we're just going to quickly connect that so that Tilt-A-Cart now acts as a connecting point to all of these different areas. It's set high in the air, so Music Park and Waluigi Pinball connect to it, and it'll start going downward towards an actual road that'll lead to Toad's Turnpike. And of course, we're going to have to, I think we can actually completely remove both of these roads here, because Coconut Mall is now much more sectioned off. Okay, can you just, there we go. Okay. So what we can do, we're going to highlight Coconut Mall, go back to track maps. Oh right, I wanted to, there we go. We're going to make it a little bit bigger. It's a big shopping mall. We're going to put it right here. I think we'll rotate it, same thing, we'll do about roughly 90 degrees. We're going to put it right here. And we're going to put the connecting road, I'm going to say right here. So when you go from Toad's Turnpike, it'll go in reverse all the way into the parking lot of Coconut Mall. Whoops, I accidentally put that line in the track maps. There we go. Connecting roads. Please tell me I didn't mess up anything else. No, seems like we're good. All right. There we go. I guess I could have moved Coconut Mall a little bit downward. That way we can get to Toad's Turnpike all the way here. Alternatively, I think we'll make the other connecting road right here, so that Music Park has a much easy, Music Park, Electrodrome, and Waluigi Pinball all have an easy connecting road to Coconut Mall. So yeah, a lot of the battle tracks will 100% act as much easier connecting roads because they're just big stadiums. Now, obviously, adding these is not easy. However, I see some blank space here that can rectify another mistake that I made, and that is I didn't have anything connecting these desert areas to the city. So let me quickly get up the background for a second so I can see how I had it all laid out. Okay. So this is going to be a little awkward because we got literally a desert right beside a city. I don't know how many deserts do that. But what I think we can do is that we can either add, I think we're going, oh no, actually, you know what? Nah, I realize now what we need to do. Okay, I was going to call a tough call here, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually put Thwomp Desert right, that's all transparent. Okay, we're gonna put, ooh, this is awkward. This one's really awkward. We're gonna have to make it, you know what? I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to quickly just move Shy Guy Bazaar a little bit. So we're gonna go right to track maps. So Shy Guy Bazaar, we're gonna have to move a little bit closer to Dry Desert if we're going to make enough space for Thwomp Ruins to not be completely and unrealistically close to the cities. I think right here would work. We're gonna extend the desert a little bit so that it covers here. And this is probably gonna be like a little bit of like a deserty area to like connect. I feel like Las Vegas does have like a desert outskirts. I don't really know. I don't know my geography very well. But in any case, Thwomp Desert is a very perfect and very easy way of connecting the Bangkok Rush and Shy Guy Bazaar to Crown City, and not really Mushroom Bridge, but we'll probably create a little sandy area that'll lead to here. So once again, first off, we're gonna put that over here. We're gonna go back to the connecting roads. I'm gonna erase that, and we're gonna have to erase that. Oh my goodness, it's not that hard. The line's not that small. There we go. All right. So Bangkok Rush is still gonna connect to the entryway to Shy Guy Bazaar. We're also gonna connect this road here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make this connecting road go straight into Thwomp Desert so that Shy Guy Bazaar can start in reverse, go right down this path, take a pretty sharp turn right here. Then there is a lot of free space on the bottom, but that's okay. But we're gonna make an exit that goes to here. Actually, no, hold on. I think the road can connect to this area. It's a little bit awkward and weird to connect some of these spots. Speaking of, I think we can make a little bit of an exit point going to Moon View, because this is where all the big city is. This is kind of like the desert outskirt. And then this is, if I'm correct, yep, this is the bazaar area. This is the edge of the bazaar. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a little exit point in the bazaar that leads to this road. We can make this a little bit more of an interesting road. I don't know why that took so long. Let's and do a little bit of a squiggy. There we go. A little bit more of an interesting road. I am receiving comments literally as I'm recording this. I don't know how many battle tracks we'll add, for the time being at least. Another thing I did... Okay. I wanted to fix this up, but obviously speaking, if we're going to put Sweet Sweet Kingdom anywhere, it has to go near Sweet Sweet Canyon. They're literally based off that area. what we need to do, what we might need to do is we might need to relocate Wario's gold mine a little bit. The question is where? How many other mountainous battle tracks are there? Because I'm seeing a little spot right in this area here that we could probably put a battle track. You know what? Actually, here, we're going to make a fancy little reference. So, we're going to put everyone's favorite battle track that has not come back yet from Mario Kart 64. Where is it? Double Deck. This battle track is complex, confusing, and borderline unnecessary. We're going to put it right in the mountainous area around Choco Mountain, because Choco Mountain shares its music with Double Deck. Now, obviously, this map is not saying anything. Okay, if I'm correct, this square in the center is the whole center of the map. These small roads here are the connecting points to the above and the below. Where, I have no idea. I sincerely have no idea how this whole thing works. So we're going to do the easiest thing I could possibly think of, and we're just going to make some simple connecting roads to the outer layer. The inner layer is very complex, but what I think we could do, so let's see, this is the starting point. Let's say that this is like a tunneled area that leads up to... You know what? We're gonna change something. Let's make a brand new idea for Double Deck here. Double Deck is going to be transformed into a giant cavern. All of the connecting roads are going to be caves. The center will be completely open, with the top section being a cliff side that is above it. And the outer area is a giant tunnel that has all the connecting cave systems. So we're going to be drilling a large cave entrance into Choco Mountain that'll lead straight to Double Deck. And then Double Deck is going to have one alternative route. So what we're going to do is Mushroom Gorge is going to have an exit point in this cave that leads to this part, while this side is going to lead to the outside of Mushroom Gorge. So the cave is going, so the mountain this is the exit to Mushroom Gorge, and it's going to connect to, and it's going to extend all the way around this area. So this is an entirely enclosed section of the mountain that has Double Deck in it. I think that's a pretty solid idea. So Choco Mountain has an entry point, so... What exactly does that achieve? Well, I guess that does mean that Choco Mountain has a brand new connecting point to Mushroom Gorge. It'll start here, go straight into the Double Deck, lead into here, which will go... This will be... I'd say we'll have one big section that'll lead all the way to the finish line of Mushroom Gorge, and then just take 2 lines of Mushroom Gorge. And same with Mushroom Gorge, it'll lead right to Choco Mountain. So we now have a connecting point. We have completely changed how Double Deck works, and we have we turned it into a giant cave. I think that's a perfect idea. I'm going to take a very quick break right now to go and grab something to drink and to eat. You guys won't see any change because I will be cutting right back to the video. Alright, so, let's see. Well, one conclusion I've made is that we are 100% going to be making this into a multi-part video. Because I think that there's a lot to cover and a lot to rearrange. So, let's continue on for a wee bit longer. I think what I'll do is I'll save some of the bigger ideas for the next video. And I think what we can do is we can conclude with some more relatively easy additions. And I think one really easy one we can do, let me get my maps back up, is we can add GBA Battle Course 4 right here, right within this area. Obviously, it has to be here because it's located near the Yoshi Sphinx. So we're just gonna tilt it a little bit. This is a completely inoffensive battle course that's just gonna sit here. And I think what we're going to need to do as a result is we're gonna have to quickly relocate some of these tracks. Well, not relocate, just move them a little bit. So that we can create more of a connecting area. So, first things first, we're gonna move that here, connecting roads. So, I think one thing that needs to change is that Desert Hills is gonna need to move a little bit south. It actually might be worth, let's just, okay. I'm gonna erase that for now. And we're gonna erase that. We're gonna redo a grand majority of this area here. So first things first, Desert Hills needs to move a little bit. Track maps. We're gonna put Desert Hills south a little bit more. In fact, we'll put it right at the edge here, because I think there is a little bit of water. So it kind of makes a little bit of sense to keep it here. Kind of like an oasis thing. So we're gonna put Desert Hills down here, and it's gonna have a better time connecting to these areas. So what we'll probably end up doing is we'll connect Dry Desert to Desert Hills, and it'll go in reverse, whereas Dry Ruins will go in the forward direction. We're gonna just put Yoshi, or we're gonna put Battle Course 4 right in the center here. That being said, how exactly do we want to rearrange Yoshi Desert? Because I can't really keep it right here. Let's highlight it first. Okay. Maybe what we can do is we can put Yoshi Desert... You know... Because if I put it right here, that leaves way too much open spot up here. And I don't really need to put that many desert tracks up here. Maybe what I can do... Like, logically, I feel like we could put Yoshi Desert right here. Maybe rotate it a little bit. See, the thing is, Yoshi Desert is pretty... You know what? Maybe actually what we can do is we can put Yoshi Desert right here. And then what we'll do is we'll actually put... See, this is all resulting in a bit of an awkward layout. Whoops. Not that much, buddy. Okay. This desert's looking a little awkward at the moment. Maybe, because see, the thing is, Yoshi Desert Battle Course 4 doesn't take up much space, so maybe what we could even do is we could just put it right here. We'll rotate it like this, and we'll put it right here. And then it basically just adds as a very simple... Yeah, if anything, we probably didn't even need to relocate Desert Hills at all. All of this probably could have stayed the exact same. Okay. So... Whoops. I think what we'll do is we're actually going to make Yoshi Desert slightly bigger. And we're going to actually put this right down a little bit lower. We're actually going to put this closer to where Desert Hills currently is, which I can't do just yet because I need to locate Desert Hills out of the way. We're going to put Desert Hills closer up here. But that does still leave a lot of space in here. Whoops. Do we have any other desert-based battle maps that we can work with? I mean, do we? God damn it! I keep grabbing the wrong thing. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna put Yoshi Desert right here. Make it even bigger, because like honestly, we need to fill the space up a little bit. In fact. There we go. If anything, we might actually just be able to make Dry Ruins bigger too. Okay, so let's start with that. And let me get up my maps again. We have Block City, Cookie Land, Luigi's Mansion, Pipe Plaza, GameCube. Oh right, the Nintendo systems have to go somewhere. I legitimately don't think there really are any other deserts to work with. Because the SNES battle courses take place in Donut Plains, Koopa Beach, Vanilla Lake, and Mario Circuit, so those are all very easy to fit. Chain Chomp Wheel, Block Plaza, Funky Stadium, Delfino Pier, those have easy places to put. We already worked with Thwomp Desert. Maybe Thwomp Desert? No, because I don't want to put too many battle courses close together. The 3DS has Sherbet Rink, Honeybee Hive, and Woohoo Town, and those three all have very easy to placements. And then DS has the Nintendo DS, Tart Top, Palm Shore, and Twilight House, and those all, like, none of those are deserts, so we don't really have any other... Okay, so I think what we actually can and will do instead is that we're just gonna make these deserts a little bigger. Because, well, I guess we don't really need to. I think Dry Ruins could stand to be a little bit bigger because it's a bigger course in general, but, like, this could all just be road. Alright. Connecting roads. We're going to quickly erase that. We're going to just erase that. So we just need to resize Dry Ruins a little bit and maybe move Yoshi Desert a little bit. But otherwise, I think this really is the move. We just need to make these a little bit bigger because I don't want to say I just want to fill space, but we don't really have any other specified tracks that we could put there. I have an idea for some of the other things, but they're not really, they're going to be a little bit more on the outskirts of the map. Okay. Oops. I'm not on the track maps, am I? Okay. Free transform. That should do it. And then we'll just move Yoshi Desert a bit more to the north. Yeah, that should do it. Now it does leave a lot of open desert roads, but we could probably work with this. So this is the starting line for Yoshi Desert, obviously. What we'll do is we'll once again restore this connecting road, and it'll lead straight to Yoshi Desert. Same with right here. This will act as a good connecting road up to Dry Desert. you know what? Let's also make this road a little bit more interesting. Because I'm trying to take a little bit more inspiration from World's actual map. So what we'll do is let's make a big open pit area. Because this is the desert after all. There we go. So this will just, it does look a little awkward, but let's work with it. If anything. Let's make it look a little, there we go. All right. And then this Bone Dry Dunes goes in reverse. Goes into dry desert hills in reverse. And then this road will go around and up. Yoshi Desert can have a connecting road that also leads here. And then right up here. Perfect. Now, yeah, Battle Course 4 for GBA isn't exactly a hot spot for connecting, but we're kind of just working with what we have. If anything, I probably could have just put it right here. Yeah, let's do that, simply because it's not like it's not like I erased any roads for it anyway. Bam. Battle Course 4 right in the desert. A little bit of a shake up on the map. Oh right, we have to connect this road. So Yoshi's Island still connects to all of this. Bit of a messy little desert road here, but nah, no biggie. It's fine. All right. Yeah, honestly, pretty fun little changes here. Things are definitely, this whole background is going to need to be redone to accommodate for these changes. But let's do another easy yet tricky implication. Let's do the obvious. All right. So yeah, Woohoo Loot or Woohoo Towns map is different simply because it's a battle map. But if I'm correct, this should be accurate. And we're just gonna go right ahead and put Woohoo Town right in its spot here because, let's be real, it's Woohoo Island. It's the whole point. So obviously, Woohoo Town doesn't act as any sort of connecting point. The whole Woohoo Island is just here. Another thing, this is something we'll cover in another video. I'll do a few other parts to this. Someone did mention that the Luigi area and the Peach area should swap around, and I think that's a good idea because it keeps these green sections together, puts the Luigi track closer to the forest, which also makes a lot more sense. And it would actually make more sense for the Toad Harbor to be within the Peach section because there's literally the Peach Statue of Liberty in the water. So we'll do that next time because that's going to require a lot of work. But I think actually, you know what? I think we could do maybe one more thing, and that's up here. Actually, no. I think this video is also already quite long. So, for anybody interested, the recap is we've put Tick-Tock clock right where Big Ben is, so it's connecting to London Loop as opposed to the entertainment area or city area below. We've added Battle Stadium, we've added stars to the Rainbow Road area. I've started labeling, but you're not going to be able to see the labels very well with how these have to be sized. We've kind of redone a little bit of the city so that we can accommodate for the fact that Tick-Tock clock is gone. We've kind of done a little bit of a redo for the entertainment area. We added some more battle courses. I still need to resize. I need to think about what we're going to do here because I got to put Sweet Sweet Kingdom. Like, honestly, I'm thinking a candy section might actually need to happen, but we'll see. In any case, I hope you guys all enjoyed part 1 of this idea. We're going to keep going over time. We'll see what we can do later down the line. But I feel like we do have a lot of space to work with. We can resize some maps, but we'll have to see because this is going to be an interesting idea. Alright, hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.